Hello and good evening. It's Friday, yet again, it's Friday, 6:30 and it's time for Trisha time. I didn't know whether I would get here tonight, but here I am. Lindsay kindly popped up in the group and on the page to say that there will be Trisha time. So I thought earlier on in the day we'd have a little chat, which we will anyway, and you can ask me anything that you need to know. I've got a funny ear today, and I have actually come up with something to show you today. So I have just been hello Jules, hurriedly making the bare essentials, because I did actually come across the other evening, hello Caroline and Sarah, a little pouch that I'd forgotten about. So I thought I won't have it in the swap group, but this I will show you all how to do. So hello Jane and hello Janet. Janet says good evening to everybody. Hello Carol. And hello Lindsay. Hiya. Lindsay's a busy girl. Together, keeping it all together. Who's that? Just missed that one. Hello Christine. Hello Shirley. And hello the other Shirley. And Marion. So, there's Jeeta. Hello, Jeeta. Thank you to everybody who joined in. And Valerie. Hello, Valerie. You're looking forward to the demo. Everybody looks forward to a demo because you don't know what it's going to be. I am not, hello, Christine. I am not organised enough. Did I miss somebody there? I did. Hello, Lorraine. Oh, I hate missing people. Hello, Pat. Hello, Yvonne. And hello, Jack. I'm so disorganised, I never know what I'm going to be doing. So it's always a surprise, isn't it? Hello, Pamela, unless it's in the So With Trisha group. Hello, Glynis. Hello, Ellen. And I have to be a little bit more organised then. Hello, Joanne. So I was going to say thank you so much to everybody. And hello, Lorraine, who joined in the Thrifty Thursday yesterday. I've got another lot of work to do. Hello, Jill. And I haven't actually got through all the emails yet. So if you haven't had a confirmation email, hello, Alison. I think I saw yours pop up and I've got something else I needed to do. Hello, Kathleen. Hello, Eileen. I hope your parcel comes soon, Kathleen. It's really bugging me. Hello, Sue. But I know there's other people upwards, north of the country, who are having problems as well. Hello, Heather. Oh, someone's kind of given you COVID. Oh, bless you. You don't need that, do you? Hello, Dorothy. Mine's just been a full-blown cold, which is carrying on. It's 10 days now, and I'm still not completely, hello, Marion, over it. I don't feel poorly, but my voice is a bit, hello, Anne. I sent your parcel off today, and I hope it gets there quickly, or fairly quickly. Hello, Elaine, and I hope it doesn't get lost. Hello, Nikki. Oh, you've had your confirmation all sorted. Thank you, Judah. I haven't even had a chance to get back to all those that said, I've paid, and I usually reply, thank you, all received, but I haven't even done that because I've had other things. I've had parcels to send out and phone calls. It's been a lovely day, but, and I've been sorting fabrics from one venue to another, and I had family round as well, so time just goes, and the light, when it fades, by 4:30 I couldn't do any more. So what did I do then? I think I did have a coffee, but it just goes. Anyhow, I'm here and I have something to demo for you, which is really good. Well, I hope it'll be really good for you. I've just got this funny ear. I felt muffly over the days, so obviously I wasn't hearing absolutely spot on, and today I felt it go pop, and then I was echoey, and now it's like I can hear in one ear and not the other. It's weird. So never mind, we'll crack on. Hello Janet and hello Tony. Hello Karen. Hello Josie. Oh, bless you, you're so lovely. You're a lovely lady too. I hope you'll get your parcel soon. And that lovely Josie has got a very exciting parcel coming, not just from me, but from somebody else. And I'm not going to tell you unless she tells you. Oh, you're welcome, Anne. Hello, Linda. Hello, Heather. Hello, Christine. Hello, Vanessa, my lovely. Hello, Jane. If you have the purple subscription left at the end of the month, I will buy it then. Absolutely fine, Jane. I had from full bolt, so I am sure. What could I do? I could do 40, I think. I could. And I'm sure there won't be 40 people all buying the same one, so I wouldn't worry too much. I'll save one for you anyway, Jane. Hello, Sue, and hello, Bev, my lovely, who's got a lovely sister. And Bev, I don't know, not all of you know Bev, but Bev is such a lovely lady, and I think I try and model myself on her, actually. And I don't do very well, but every time I see her, her hair is just beautiful, and she looks lovely. And I told her that the other week, because it does. And mine, I don't know if I said to you, I treated myself to a pair of the Dyson Corral straighteners, because I thought something needs to be done with my hair. So every night before I come on, you can see there's a little bit of curl there. I didn't mean to have that much of a curl, but I give a little quick, and it does something to it, because at the minute, it just, I don't know what is wrong. I don't really want to have it cut short, but I might do. So I thought, I'll see if I can do something with it. And it seems to do the trick for half an hour. So by the time we finish tonight, it'll be all drab and seems to keep going quite static these days. I think it's because I'm getting old. Never mind. Hello, Sandra, and hello, Kirsten, and hello, Jill and John. You're just back from the dog walk. I hope John went with you too. Hi, John. Hello, Pat. Ear calm is very good if your ear goes sore. Oh, right. I've got no ear medication in the house at all because, touch wood, I never have had earache. It's just that it's gone echoey. It's like there's a big hole in there and it feels weird. I don't know. Oh, you're welcome, Jane. No problem at all. Hello, Shirley. Hello, Angela. And the Trisha, she said, oh, bless you, Bev. You look wonderful always. Oh, missed that one. It went up a bit too quickly. Sarah, if I've been unwell, it always affects your hair. Oh, could be then, Sarah. Could be. Thank you. Yes. I tell you what I used yesterday, and I washed it the day before. I used Aussie something because it said, I didn't use conditioner. Conditioner makes my hair go greasy, so I never use that. But I did use the Aussie one, thinking, well, cost enough. I thought perhaps it would do some good, but don't know whether it has or not. Warm olive oil. I'd heard that one, Catherine. I've got olive oil, so I could do that, couldn't I? That might be good. So Jill went on your own this evening. He got home late, and he's now in PJs. It's quite mild out there. You should have sent him out, Jill. Send him out in his PJs. There's some mums go to school with their dressing gown on, so surely he can take the dog for a walk in his PJs. I mean, once upon a time when I used to pick Martin up from the train station, I went out in my dressing gown, and it was a little bit of a living on the edge. I used to think, what if I get stopped by the police or anybody, and here I am in my PJs and dressing gown. But hey ho, nothing happened, you know. Hello, Hazel. I tell you with these little bits, you'll know me better than I do. I know myself. Yes, Hazel, yeah. I haven't seen you for a little while. Oh, and eardrops. Right. Can you tell me about Thrifty Thursday, please? Not sure what it is about. Okay, I'm going to do a lot of chatting tonight, as long as my voice holds out. But Thrifty Thursday, I called that for a fabric sale, basically. So I do the Thrifty Thursday. I always call it Thrifty Thursday, but I don't usually do a fabric sale every single week. I usually do alternate weeks, and what we have, it's a bargain priced fabrics, haberdashery. Oh, you were wondering as well, Catherine. Oh, that's good. Well, I shall explain. So same time as all the lives that I do, 6:30, and it's on this page, the So Totally Trisha page, that I do on a Thursday and a Friday. So Thursday ones are called Thrifty Thursday, being thrifty as in not having to spend too much. Now I know a lot of you do, but there's always bargains to be had. I always give lower prices than recommended, and last night's in particular were the spray time fabrics by Makawa, which are what I call my plains, but they're not plain. They've got a sort of mottled effect, and they're a beautiful fabric. So if you look at last night's video, I may have some of them left. Some of them did sell out, but I had got a lot of certain ones. Hello, Janet. And so if you like them, basically they worked out to, I did them all in half meters. So there were sets of three different colours, but they were sort of coordinating. So one of them was neutrals, there was greens. I think the red, yellow, blue sold out, but not all of them did. I know you've got the small star on the cup. Oh, lovely, lovely, Angela. Hello, Marilyn. So, what we do there, it's not an auction, but I show you the fabric, and I tell you how much it is and how many I've got of that particular one. And if you like it, you, in the comments, you just pop that particular, I usually give you a short word or initials to put in, so you haven't got lots to type. And then when I call your name, because it's come up on my feed, then that one is reserved for you. And so then you all send in emails to say what you've reserved. I confirm that that's right, because sometimes a name doesn't come up, but you think you've heard it and you actually haven't, or it is on there and I haven't heard it. So I confirm it, and then and I confirm the cost, and you pay, and then I post it out. It's usually the Tuesday after the Thursday, when I've done the Thrifty Thursday. So it's all good fun. Sometimes it can be a little bit frantic, but that is the fun of it all. And one of the things I was going to say, which I forgot to mention last night, all of you who are in the subscription group, the Sew with Trisha group, you will get an extra long or fat quarter of fabric. Now, it will always be the fabrics that I stock, so it will always be either Moda, Makawa. I don't think I've got much Rosenhubble now, so at the minute it won't be, but yes, it will be Moda or Makawa. Hello, Sheena. He said Sharon there. Sheena, lovely to see you today. So, when you get your parcels next week, do have a, don't think, oh, what's this bit of fabric doing? That's your little gift from me for subscribing to the group. I will just mention the group, because we're still getting lots and lots of requests to join the group. But I'm afraid we can't approve you until the first payment has come through. So if you're thinking about joining, what I would do, have a look in the files, either on this page, the So Totally Trisha page, or if you're in the So Trisha Sews group, the file, there's a PDF in there, which is, what does it say? The Sew with Trisha document, I think I've called it. Hello, Carolyn. And in there it tells you all about it. And basically, it's £5 a month, or if you want to pay for the whole year, it's £55, so a £5 saving. And there are lots of benefits to joining the group. The very first one, or how would I put it? If you've got £5 to spare, if you like bag making or patchwork, because I do both in there, the bag that we do on the first Tuesday of the month. Oh, Jill, yes, I did. She is so lovely. And no, I'm not in the next Seamless Sunday. I don't know when it is. I'm not on till March the 9th, which is a Thursday. So I won't be in the next Seamless Sunday, unless they call me up just like that. I don't know. So, no, I'm not. So, yes, the first Tuesday, being next Tuesday in February, it will be the bag of the month. And the bag of the month will not have been seen by anybody else but the members in that group. It will be a brand new bag. And at the end of the month, it will come out of the group. So everybody in the group will have got that as a PDF for free. And it will go onto the website for £6. So if you think, well, if you like bags, if I'm paying £5 for the whole month, and I actually love that bag, not that you'll know what it is until you're in there, it would have cost me £6 to buy it anyway. So your quid's in before you even start. But the second Tuesday of the month, we do a block of the month, which we will make a full quilt in the during the year. The third month is always Technique Tuesday. Next month, which I haven't told any, this month rather, we're going to be doing uses of bias binding, how to make it, and piping, which uses bias binding. So really, really worth it. And then the fourth one is the mini quilt. So there's a brand new mini quilt, and again, those in the group will be the first to have seen it, and we'll get the PDF for it. Do you ever do printed? I do. When they're on the website, Catherine, or if you email me, it's just I don't always, when I load the PDF on there, it's usually quick, and I don't get a chance to put the printed format, but I will. PDFs on the website are £6 and printed ones are £8. So, hi Sharon, they're just a couple of pounds more to cover printing. So, email me and then we can do it away from the website if it's not on there. Absolutely fine, for any particular instructions that you would like. So, going back to the group, last month there were 5 Tuesdays. So, oh yes, you have a nice time, Vanessa. So we had a 5th one. What did we do? I can't remember now. We did something though. Oh, we did the roly-poly pouch. That's right. That's what we did. And it was only this week. So, oh, was it for your birthday, Vanessa? No, it's for a friend's birthday, isn't it? Let me just have a look. Oh, for your yes, your birthday was, yes, it's not today, is it? Oh, it is. Oh, I'm thinking it's Vanessa that I know, that comes to my sewing club. Oh, Vanessa. Sorry, it's another Vanessa. Happy birthday. Thanks for popping in anyway. That's lovely. And as you see, with the group of ladies here, aren't they just so lovely? Oh, you emailed to see if there's any spray time left. You're probably one of the ones I haven't got round to replying to. I haven't even gone through everything today. It's been a bit hectic, but I will get back to you, Vanessa, most definitely. And that huge giveaway. Yes, and then once a month, I can't show you what it was, but because it's been posted off. But every month, one lucky member will receive the fabric giveaway. And the one that went out to lovely Anne won it this month, had, oh gosh, all sorts. There was probably 4 or 5 meters of fabric. There was a mega charm pack. There was, I think there were some jelly roll strips, and there was some Insulbright, which is the insulated wadding. So it was quite a package. Probably cost me a fortune to post, but no, I think it was in the kilogram, within the 2 kilos, so should be fine. Where in the country am I based? I'm based in Bedfordshire, but on the border of Northamptonshire and Bedfordshire. So depending on where you are, Catherine, one of the things I do every month, and it just happens to be tomorrow, is I have an open house between 10 and 3. Anybody who loves fabric can come along, browse the fabrics and the waddings and the haberdashery and anything I have. You can take the furniture if you like. No, not really. I need something to sit on. But yes, that's where I am. So I don't know whereabouts you are as to whether it's you're able to get here. I know we have Janet comes from Blackburn now and again, or she's been twice. We've had from Birmingham, from London, can't think where else now. Oh, lovely Patricia came from over from Ireland, from Southern Ireland, but she did happen to be in the country at the time. But she travelled here. So depending on where you are, Catherine, happy birthday, happy birthday. You're thinking of buying a free motion foot, do you reckon? Absolutely, Pat. A free motion foot is for doing your free motion quilting. Really, to get a good finish or a good free motion stitch, a free motion foot is an essential. So do get the one that goes with your machine. So if you've got a Janome, get a Janome free motion foot. If it's a brother, get a brother one. I wouldn't go for a generic one because they won't be made specifically for your machine. I would always recommend to buy the things that are branded for your machine. Oh, all these happy birthdays. Sunshine Soul in meters. Right. Don't think I've come across that. I think you mentioned it on a live, because that just comes back to me. But I haven't seen the email yet. I will have a look. Hello, Yvonne. Long time no see. I know. Lovely to have you here. You'll hear my husky voice because I've been a little bit poorly, but life has gone on still. Oh, all these happy returns. Oh, you'll have a lovely time, Vanessa. And Jill loves hers. You can't wait for the postman. Good. Hello, Aurora. No, I've been nattering away. Oh, you're in Hull, Catherine. Oh, well, that's a fair distance to come. I know one of our lovely ladies, Alison, I'm sure she won't mind, is up your way. Unless the two of you got together and had a journey down, but it is a fair distance. I think it's one of those places where you would have to say, I'll drive one day and come back the other. Perhaps if I get round to doing a full-blown weekend workshop, that might be nice for you. Does Martin make the... Yes, Jill, he does make the tea. He absolutely does. And dishes out the cake as well. So, yes, the open house, we always have cake, teas, coffees, cold drinks, whatever, as much as you like. And it's just lovely. It's lovely to have a chit-chat and have a look. I would just practice, can always ask me. Don't know what that means, Shirley, but... oh, Jill's in Kent, a bit far for you, unfortunately. Quite a few people again that watch the lives and buy lots of fabric from me down in Kent. But Kent's a big county, isn't it? It's like me saying, I know, so I'm near London. I know the Queen, or I did know the Queen. No, I don't really. Or I didn't. Oh, you're in North Lincolnshire. Not too far, Marilyn. I've had a lady come from Spalding. That's probably South Lincolnshire saying that. But one day, and you're right, Gita, it's an awful long way from Edinburgh. However, I have been to Edinburgh once and I didn't come for long enough. So it's one of my places I want to revisit and for a little bit longer. So when I decide I'm coming up there, I'm going to get in touch with you. And if you like, if you make a cup of tea, I had haggis while I was there last time, and it is lovely. You probably don't like haggis living in Edinburgh, but it was very, very nice. So watch this space. Oh, hello, Jane. Hoping to have a visit later in the year. Oh, that would be lovely, Jane. Lovely, it really would. Oh, hello, Ravina. Lovely to see you. It's been a little while. Hello, Liz. Oh, Janet says she likes Martin's tea. I'll tell him, Janet. He's downstairs just chilling at the minute because we're having a takeaway tonight because he doesn't want to cook. But I'm paying because he helped me so much with all the orders for 2 weeks that I thought I ought to, didn't I? So Italian tonight. He usually goes for Indian, sometimes Chinese, but Italian. Yes, Pat, you give free motion a go. I think you'll enjoy it. Don't expect miracles to begin with, but it's a case of practice. And all I would say when you start, relax, because I was the same in the very first place. You tense your shoulders up and you're pushing into the needle bed and it doesn't move, and the needle goes up and down on the same spot. Just take it just relax. You can breathe. You can take your foot off the pedal. You don't have to keep your foot down and think, oh my goodness, where's it going? Where's it going? You can take your foot off the pedal, but have a go. It's really quite fun. Marilyn says, yes, please. Yes, please, come and see me. That would be lovely. Hello, Lisa Marie. In 30 years, Jill says, John's made me 5 cups of tea. He doesn't drink hot drinks. Oh, dear. No, Martin is quite good. Sometimes I finish one and he's making another. So you can't say my liquid intake isn't good. I probably drink too much, to be honest. Okay, Nikki, lovely to see you tonight anyway. Oh, you were talking about free motion to your sis. Ah, yes. Yes, I'm sure Shirley can give you a hand pat. Oh, Christine's in Edinburgh too. Well, Christine, if Jeeta's not available, I shall be knocking on your door for a cup of tea. Evening, Maxine. It'll be lovely to see someone at the Sewing Club who has a day off and travel to do it. Yes, it's a great afternoon, and you feel very privileged that you live close enough to be able to attend. Oh, thank you, Vanessa. This is a lovely Vanessa, and we do have a lovely time, don't we? Where did we had a lady come from? I don't know now, but she did come from somewhere. I think what I'll have to do is, because the Sewing Club is from 1 o'clock till 4 o'clock, I might have to do one that starts a bit earlier and longer, you know, say a 10 till 4, so a full-blown whole day workshop. And then it would probably be worth more of you that are at a distance to attend one of those. Oh, it is. Okay, Marilyn. Hello, Karen, your visitor. And you live near the New Forest. Oh, that's a little bit too far. And Aurora's in Cumbria. Best come up to Cumbria too. Would love to do a weekend. Oh, right. I keep saying, don't I? But I keep getting nothing planned. But I will do a road tour. Good idea, Caroline. I would love to do that. Oh, Jeeta, that is so kind of you. Bless you. We'll see what we can do. Love haggis. Christine loves haggis. I do too. Absolutely do. Hello, Rena. Oh, Sheena's near Grimsby. Right. If you visit anywhere, you have to factor in Kennel. Oh, right, Catherine, yeah. It always costs, doesn't it? Yep, I totally understand. Love the snail trail, Mandy says. Yeah, I did that, this way, quite some while ago. And I think there must be a video of snail trail. Perhaps I have to do that again. TTT, yes. Can you demonstrate snap faster? I tell you what, Kirsten, you just may be in luck, and I will do that tonight, because the little project I'm going to show you will need a snap fastener. So I will do that. Spot on, you must be psychic. You must have thought that's what Trisha's going to do tonight. Oh, thank you, Christine. Vanessa says Leicester. Leicester. It's a football club. Hi, Margaret. We drive to John O'Groats to see your daughter. Oh, wow, Anne. Yes. That is quite some distance, but it is your daughter, isn't it? It's not just some random mad woman who's passionate about fabric and sewing. You know, you got to take that into account, Anne. Or from Harrogate, that's quite a distance. Actually, there is something on in Harrogate. I think it's the 9th. Oh gosh, I know it's the weekend of the trade fair. Oh my goodness, because I thought I might get up there. Hello, oh, Sarah's in Devon. Oh, I'd love a visit to Devon. That would be nice. Would be great if I could do a Facebook Live from my sewing group. Oh, could do. Could do that, Karen. I'll see what I can do. Never thought about it, really. Oh, Mandy's in Southampton, so New Forest would be great for you. Okay. Hello, Sonia. You're in Scotland too. Oh, dear. You completed the book cover with pencil case yesterday. Fab. Went okay, but think I sewed the elastic a bit tight. Well, it won't fall off then. That's all I'll say, Sonia. I'm sure it is fantastic. But you do. You live and learn. Da-di-da-di-da. Oh, Leicester. Thank you, Vanessa. She did. She travelled from Leicester. So that's about an hour, I would say. British Craft Trade Fair. No, not that one. This is the one at the NEC that I go to. But yeah, so that's in April. Yes, I thought there was another... what did I see? Can't think now. Perhaps I got it wrong. But no, that wasn't the one. I go to the NEC, the Stitches Trade Fair, and that is definitely the 18th and 19th. No, 19th and 20th. So I think it's the Sunday and the Monday. Used to be for 4 days, but no more. Let's just see. My ladies are far and wide, Pat. They really, really are. So let me have a look, because I've talked to you about this. Oh, no, I haven't, the swap group. I've talked about your Sew with Trisha and what we're doing. And I've told you about the Free Fat Quarter. Oh, Yvonne's not far from Southampton. And Sue is in Somerset. We are well travelled, aren't we? Lindsay's definitely wide, is she? I'm definitely wide. I wonder if it is that one, the knitting and stitching. Might be, Eileen. I saw something and I thought, oh, that date fits. Then I thought, oh, it doesn't. Yes, so, yes, the free fabric. The free fabric. Oh, I know where you are, Patricia. Along with Marion is over there, across the water. But you still speak English on the Isle of Wight. Lovely place. Do you go, if it fits in with things I'm doing, I haven't been for some years, but I will. We could perhaps meet there, Janet. If anybody goes to Malvern. Didn't get there last year when I wanted to. I'm going to try my very best to go to as many as I possibly can this year. So, yes, you'll get in your orders. If you're in the group, you will get a fat or long quarter of fabric on top of your order. So, swap group. Oh, it might be that one, Jules. Harrogate Showground. Creative Crafts, yeah. That will be that one, yeah. But this is a trade fair, Shirley. So it's purely for traders to see what's new and coming. And for me to hopefully order some lovely, lovely fabrics that we haven't seen before. So, yes, with the swap group, I did touch on that yesterday. And also the fact that Royal Mail is having a bit of an issue with international mail these days because of some hacking of their system. So, but what I am hoping is that it will all be sorted by the time we need to post this month's swap, this month's pouch swap that is available for anybody who is in the Sew with Trisha group. You do need to commit to making all 6, so 1 pouch per month for 6 months, and they should all go at each point into a all should go into a large letter envelope, whether it be an A5 or A4, but it will be the same cost because it's large letter. But you will need to squidge it down so it's no thicker than an inch or 25 mil. And the first demo is going to be on Wednesday the 15th of February, which will be a week on Wednesday. As I don't do any other lives on a Wednesday, I thought that will be the best time to do it. 6:30, so there's no change. Same time that I do the lives across the board. And, oh, Joanne's going on the 18th. Lovely. 6:30, Wednesday the 15th of February. And there is a special group called So With Trisha Swap Group, which sounds a little bit obvious, but I wanted it to be obvious. But Lindsay has put a link in the group so about the swap group, so you won't have to go searching for it. You can just click on the link and request to join. So I think I've told you everything that I need to tell you. Oh yeah, the other thing, I know there's been people from time to time can't find videos, but all the videos are on this page that you're watching on now, So Totally Trisha. So you just need to search at the top, and it will say videos, or sometimes it says photo on one of mine, and you have to click on that and it'll have videos then as well. Or just keep scrolling down, because all of the videos are on the page or at the top of the page, and you just need to look in there. If you get the part where it says videos, they're all side by side, and they're all titled as well, so you should quite easily be able to find it. And Lindsay has kindly, we've got 71 members in the swap group. Fabulous. Thank you, ladies, for joining, for signing up to do that. It is free. You don't doesn't cost you to be in the swap group, but it's just a nice friendly a friendly thing and a kind thing, because you have the enjoyment of learning and making, and then you're giving as well, and at the same time somebody else is doing the same to give to you. So fantastic. Yes, you're absolutely right, Catherine. Sometimes it is different as to where it is, but they will be on there. And as I say, if you do scroll down through all the posts, you will find it. You'll find them there anyway. Right, so shall we have a look at what I'm going to make today? So this was something I picked up when I thought, oh, I'd forgotten about that. And I thought, well, it'll be quite straightforward for you to do. So this is a little, I've called it a concertina pouch. But basically, oh, it looks like I've quilted it as well. Didn't realise I had. So how about that? I haven't on this one put, oh, I've got some little snippy bits there. Obviously didn't trim that off. Oh, so I have done a little bit of quilting on the outside one. Perhaps we'll do that. But I haven't quilted all of them. But yeah, it's a little bit different. And it's like, how do you get all those pockets joined together? Oh, there's another bit of thread there, I think. Oh, just there. Oh, that's it. I'm being picky now. But this you can make as big as you like. If you want to have, this one's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pockets. The one I'm going to do tonight, I think I've only done, there might be 3, if not 4. Okay. But you can make as many pockets as you like. All you need to think about is this last one, which comes all the way over to the front. You just have to think about the size of that one. If you did 10, you know, it would need to be a little bit longer. Now, this one I did make slightly longer than the pockets, but the one I'm doing tonight, I've made the same size, so that my flap will probably come about there. But as I'm going to put a popper on here, on the one we're making, so that you can see that snap fastener. Oh yeah, for all your lovely tea bags. Yeah. Oh. So the other thing is, you can make your pockets bigger than this as well. The reason it is this size is because, and I know lots of you will have as well, you will have bought some of my 5-inch widths of fabric. Yeah, you can make it smaller for credit cards. Brilliant. But if you want to make it bigger, you want to make it wider, you can do. But because I had all of these 5-inch widths of fabric, that's what I used. And I just happened to have a few sitting up here, just like I have tonight, and I have cut them up. And I've got a few stray ones, so the next one is going to be in, what ones were these? Vibo Hem, I think. So French General fabrics. And they're just random ones that I had got sitting there. So, would you like to know how to make it? And knowing that you can make it, so this is slightly bigger than credit card size, make it dinky, so it's credit card size. Make it bigger. You can make it into A4 size if you want it. It'd be huge. Okay. Looks a bit hexagonal, like honeycomb, doesn't it? When you go like that. But honestly, it is so, so easy. So the basics, and I'll give you measurements tonight. And so what I've done, I have cut, oh, I've got a strip here. I have cut strips that are 10 inches long. So they're 5 inches wide, 10 inches long. And every single one I have cut 10 inches long. So 5 inch by 10 inch. This one is going to pair with this one. You can have both the same colour if you want to, but I decided to put a different colour, a different fabric on the other side. So I have already used my fusible fleece. This is my go-to wadding at the moment for things that need a little... Gita has those strips. There you go. So it's reminded some of you that actually A4 size for the Also with Trisha bit. Yeah, absolutely, Maria. That's what I was thinking, but I didn't like to harp on about it. But A4 size, you could slot all your PDF, and you could then have compartments to have one for your bag ones, one for your block of the month. Handy for layer cakes, yeah. Do it squarer, absolutely perfect. So I've put the fusible wadding on the back of one piece already. So all the same size. Each pocket will need 2 pieces of fabric. 2 pieces the same or different. Or if you want to be really clever, patchwork the pieces. Strip them, strip piece them, or across like we did the roly-poly the other night. Put them across. Do it on the wadding piece. And then you've got your wadding already done. And you just need another piece of fabric for the backing. Okay. Jill, layer cake. Half a layer cake this is, isn't it? A layer cake being 10 inches square. Cut your layer cake in half. You've got 2 10 by 5 strips. Sorry, I'm being a bit slow tonight. So thanks for the prompt. I need it sometimes, but brain pulp, I think. So yeah, your layer cakes. Any odd layers you've got left over, make them into one of these. So I have made some already. That's what I was rushing about to do. So I've got 1 like so. I've got 2 like so, and 3. Oh, so those 2 are the same. I obviously cut 2 lots of this fabric. So I'll set those 3 aside, and I'll just show you how we're going to make it. So let's just first of all do the light thing. Okay, so we will come down. Oh, thank you. I love my fabric. I love Moda. I love French General. I love Macawa, and I'm afraid I only sell the ones that I use. Or the ones I use are usually available for sale, and I only use fabrics that I like. So it is really, really good that so many of you like the fabrics that I like. So this is what we're going to do. And as I said before, very, very easy. So I have put my fusible fleece, whoops, that's it, on the back. So there's the front of the fabric, there's the reverse, fused it to the reverse of the fabric. It doesn't really matter which is going to be, because you'll see both, whether it be inside the pocket or on the outside. So what we're going to do is we're going to put right sides together and line it up. I might even put a pin or 2 on here because I've been a bit slack of late, and sometimes my fabrics don't line up properly around the edges. Oh, this one's quite good. So I'll just leave the 2 pins in there and take that back out a bit. And I'm going to stitch all the way around the edge, 1/4 inch seam allowance, but I'm going to leave a gap in the middle of one of the long sides. So I usually start down an edge, which is where I'm going to leave the gap, and I will reverse to start off with, just to hold that together when I turn it through, and then we will stitch down to 1/4 inch from the edge, and then I'm just going to pivot, and we will stitch across the short edge and pivot and carry on down here. And I think I may use this one, which, oh no, that was my outer, perhaps I won't. No, I'll use this as one of my inside pieces, but I'm going to quilt like I did on the sample. So pivot again, and I like to smooth my fabric out. That, when I haven't got it pinned all the way around, if you smooth it to the outsides, if there's any, you know, where you perhaps haven't lined it up properly, you'll get a little bulge or it's not quite smooth. But if you smooth over the fabric, and it feels really nice anyway, if you smooth over there and then hold the edges down, that is going to give you a nice even, the fabric's nice and even. Oh, one more stitch there, I think, for my 1/4 inch. You see, when I did one more stitch, because where I'd got to here, you can't really see there, but I turned it round, and to start off with, my edge of my foot didn't line up with the edge of the fabric, which meant I hadn't gone to the 1/4 inch. So I did one more stitch, and now I know I'm on exactly 1/4 inch. Now I'm on my last, so I'm just going to leave 2 or 3 inches gap. I'm just going to reverse there and cut my threads. So I'm now going to clip off the corner points, not too close because I don't want to cut through my stitches. If I did, I'd just trim it, and there we are. I'll just make sure I have stitched it. Yeah, so that's all right. There's the reverse. It's stitched all the way around, and now I'm going to turn it through. Now, what is a really good idea, which is what I do with places where I turn through and then have to tuck the raw edges in, fold back that seam allowance. I won't get the iron, but fold back that seam allowance and just finger press it back. And because the other side, if I had put the iron on, it would be easier to press this back, but because it's got the wadding on, it will be a little bit more difficult. So I'm just nail creasing that. But now I'm just going to turn that to the right side. So because the gap is in the middle, it's just easy to turn both ends, one end to the middle and then the other end. If you leave the gap right at one end, you've got to put the whole of the fabric through the gap, whereas this way you've got one half going through and then the other half. So we'll just push that to push the fabric into the corners, and then just look for my handy knitting needle and find the gap again. I'm just going to push that into the corners like so. So push that coin out, turn it around and push that corner out very carefully, because the closer you've got to the corner, cutting that corner off, if you poke into it, it's more likely that you'll go through, and then you have to turn it back to the wrong side and do another line of stitching. So it's not too harming. It can always be remedied. So I do need to use the iron now, but I'm going to use the steam. So I'm just going to press that. Don't want to use the steam on my wool pressing mat because it's unnecessary. So I'm just going to, I like some of this when it's got wadding in. I do like to press with a bit of steam. So I'm just going to press around there, and then I can just tuck that little bit in. And because I nail pressed it, let's just do this way. I haven't got much nail at the moment, but because I did that little bit, you see how nicely that comes together. So I am just going to pop a pin in there just to hold it together, and then I can press over those pins and it will be nicely done. So bear with 1 minute, I'm just going to take this away so that I can pop a bit of steam on the edges and around where these pins are as well, and so that we get a really nice closure to that. There, I've taken the pins out now, but that looks really pretty good. Slight bump, but that will go. So what I'm going to do, doesn't matter which side you stitch from, but I usually like to stitch from the top. So now I'm going to top stitch around the edge, and I go a little bit closer to the edge and just do a regular 2.5 stitch length because we're top stitching, and I'm stitching about 1/8 of an inch from the edge. There we go. So let's pivot round and carry on round. Now as I said, I'm going to quilt one of the other pieces, which is going to be my outer one that gives me a flap. So, but I'm going to use this as an internal pocket rather than the flap one, because it's just, I like the darker red fabric, which I think would look nice for the outside. There we go. And now I'm just coming up to where I started. So I'm looking for, oh, I'm coming a little bit there. Just looking for that. I'm looking for where I started, and so that I can stitch over those first few stitches. Okay, so now I'll just trim that little bit off and trim that bit off too. So now we have a piece that is stitched all around. So if I just find, this one's going to be my outer. Now, because I've used fusible fleece, I can actually get away without using a walking foot. And if you notice on this one, because I'm going to do a mini bit of quilting, I've quilted, oh, here we are. I should have used the other side, shouldn't I? On this side, I've actually quilted, you see these curves? That's why I did the curve, because I've just used the pattern of the fabric to quilt and all the way through. It's just, I don't have to mark anything. I don't have to think about the distance being equal distance between, but I just quilted along that line. And what I should have done is made sure that edge was on the outside, because on this side it's gone opposite to the curves like this, but my quilting curve is opposite, so it's like a figure of 8. So I was just going to see what I will do with this one. Perhaps I'll do, let's go straight down the middle first, and I'll just gauge it, but I'm going to use a bigger stitch length, and I'm going to do a wobbly. So if we go, just bring that down like that, and then I'll do some echo quilting, if you like. So we'll just trim that off, and then I could put a gauge on it. No, I couldn't. I'm just going to watch the distance there between the foot and follow that line that I've just stitched. So I'm watching the foot, making sure I'm staying roughly the same distance from that stitch line as I come down, and it's not too bad. Now this next one's going to come off, so I think I'm going to start down here, and it comes in a little bit there. Right, so I think we're going to stop there. And then this side, I'm going to turn it around now, because there is my line. It's very hard to see because I have got cream thread in there, but I'm just going to use this. There we are. So it's nothing, I'm just doing it random, and I'm trying to get similar distance between all of the lines. As I say, I'm watching the edge of the foot and just going for it. You know, it's not going in for any competition at all. So I am just having a little bit of fun, basically. So there we go. I think I'm just going to stay on the edge, just there to make sure I stay on the edge. And then I will come down there. And I might just have to do, just to fill in this, no I won't actually. So can you see those lines? It's a bit difficult to see, but there are stitch lines on there. So while I am, here we are, so better just trim off these little bits of thread. Where are they? Oh, they're at the end. Oh, they're quite long bits actually. Just trim those bits off, and there, and there. Otherwise, there we are. So that is going to be my outer flap, and we will do that piece last. That will be my very last one. So let's take our 3 pieces, and what we're going to do is, let me think about this. So that is going to come up there. So I'm going to, let's see, yeah, we'll do it like that. So my pockets, this is what I, just take that back just a little bit. Just fold them so that you know what your pockets are going to look like. Oh, actually, we probably don't want that one. I'm going to have that one that way, that one that way, and this one, oh, that can go that way as well. Oh no, perhaps I'll have that one in the middle with the red on the outside, and we'll have that one there, and we'll have that one there, and let's see, and then I think we'll have that one is going to come all the way over the top like that. So this is how we want them to be. What we can do is pop a pin if we want to, but I won't. Yeah, I'm going to, if I put a pin to hold it together so I know which sides I want to be. So there's my first one holding it together. There is my second one. Let's just hold that thing. Ow! Oh, typical, put it through my finger. Oh, look, blood. Never mind. And we'll go through that one. Just so that I know which way my pockets need to be. What I'm going to do now is on the inside bit here, I am going to, so there it is, I'm going to draw myself a rectangle, and I am going to use, where is my little ruler? I have my little 1 1/4 inch ruler, which may just be in here. No, it's not there. There it is. So my 1 1/4 inch ruler, there it is. And I'm just going to line that up with the outside edge, and I'm going to I'm going to just draw on it 2 1/2 inches down. So 1 1/4 in, and then I'll just go 2 1/2. Okay, same on the other side. 1 1/4 in, which is the width of the ruler, and 2 1/2 down, and then we'll just join that up like that. So I'm going to leave that way, because then I know which I am going to join. This one is going to be the middle, and I am going to do exactly the same with this one. I will put the ruler on the edge, 2 1/2, there we are, and then 2 1/2 in from, 1 1/4, the width of the ruler, in from the other edge, 2 1/2 inches down, and just join that across. So I'm going to join that one back up, just so that I know that is my middle one. And then my last one, do exactly the same. So that top edge, 1 1/4 in, and 2.5 down. 1, 2.5. Slide it across. 1.25 in. 2.5 down. And join the bottom. So it's just like a letter U. So I've drawn that on there. And again, as I say, we can just put that up. I know that's going to be my number 3. So these are all going to join together, actually. So I'm taking my middle one now, and I'm going to place my first one where the drawing is on, and I'm going to line it up with there. Undo my flap. So I've just got 2 pieces together. I only pinned them together and did that because it just makes it it makes it easier to know exactly where you're going. So now I'm going to stitch on that line, and when I start, I'm going to reverse, and I'm just going to go straight down to the bottom, pivot, go along that line, and then straight up to the top. When I get to the top here, I am going to reverse again, because I want that to be quite heavy duty. So, right, so we've done that. So that was our outer one? Yeah. So that was our first side there. So now it looks like that. We've joined that bit together. So now I'm going to this next bit, and then I'm going to take my third pocket, and I'm going to line that up with the top of that pocket. I've taken that pin out. So I've just opened it up. So I've lined that up there, and again, I'm going to put it under the machine and reverse. Whoops, my foot pedal's running away from me. So reverse there, straight down. Now what you want to make sure is that all your sides line up, because we will be stitching those together shortly, and if they don't match it will be harder. So top stitch there, or reverse stitch rather. So that is my back one there. So now we have 3 in a row. We've got a flappy bit there, well, or a joined flap there. So now we are going to, this one is going to be my outer piece. So, I shouldn't have, actually I can get rid of that anyway. So what we are going to do is fold those all up, and that is going to go, perhaps that. I've just looked at that back one. No, I did something different there. So we'll do it a different way, so it's okay. Not a problem at all. We'll just do it slightly differently. I'll get rid of my marking with the iron because it was a heater erasable pen. And we are going to fold that. So, yeah, of another time, I would do slightly differently. So I am going to find the bottom, the halfway point here, and we'll pop a pin in there, and I'm going to now line that up with my outer edge. So this is going to be my outer with the flap, so I'm just lining that up to the bottom, and we are going to stitch to there, and then we'll just line up the other side, make sure that's completely level, and I'm now going to stitch just down these sides. So I'm going to stitch, this is the flap here, this is going to make another pocket, so I'll start at the top edge, down on my stitching, across here and up, and then that is, yes, that's going to work. Okay, so I'll stitch from this side, doesn't matter. So at the top edge, just reverse and stitch down. I can see where the end is. It would probably have been easier to stitch with from the other side, so you can, but I can feel it there. I can feel that I'm going through and over to that side there, and then pivot and just make sure that that is on here. Whoops, press the foot down. And this is where you want them to be totally level so that it matches. Okay, so just right. So we've got our outer piece there. So, and that is going to be our flap. So we're just going to fold these back up again. Fold, fold, fold. Let's just take that back a bit so that you can see. So let's go back here. So I've added my back piece there. As I say, I'll show you another way, having just looked at how I've done the other one. But and they're all joined in a row. So we can just fold these back up again. So you can see there. And I will put some pins. So I'm going to put a pin. So we pull that little bit where we've been stitching apart. So we've got the gap just there. And we'll put a pin in the top here. And then we'll take the next one and the next side here, pull that apart, and we'll put a pin in there. Where is a pin? It's actually easier not to pin them all at the same time. And then with this last bit here, we will take it up to where the pocket is there, and we can put a pin in there. Oops, oh, that's a bad pin. Don't want that pin. That's come from years and years ago, and it's not good. Okay. So we've got all of our pockets pinned there, and we can do the same on the other side, but I'll do that after we've done these. So first of all, you can either start this side or there, but what I would do is just the ones on the top, push them out of the way, and then all I'm going to do, I'm on my base piece here, all I'm going to do is stitch along here. So my pieces are lined up very nicely, and we'll just reverse there, reverse back a bit, and I'm actually going on my stitch line that I've already stitched, and we will go up and get to the top and reverse there and cut, and then we'll go for the middle section here. So I'm going to push the back one out of the way and the top one out of the way. So I've just got this center one, and just line that up. You can pin all the way down if you want to pin all the way down, because let's just see if we can come in a little bit more there. So I'm just making sure that's nicely lined up, because otherwise you're going to have a hole in your pocket. So, and it will, because of the bulk, it will move a bit. So just make sure that's where we can get the pokey tool, the seam ripper in, and just give that a little reverse at the end. And then this time, so we've got two pockets made there. This one we will move all of the other bits, move those bits out of the way, and let's just fold it that way so that I can see. I could start at the top edge here, and we'll take that pin out and go onto the edges. So we're just stitching the edges together, so just do that. And also I am stitching roughly where my stitched lines were for the edges. So there I have one side that I've all got stitched. So on the other side we can do exactly the same. Now pin by all means, but because this side is already stitched, these are a lot easier to just push out of the way and line up. There we go. Just line up that edge. So that's line up. I'm holding it just while we stitch down there. So stitching, making sure beautifully aligned, and cut the thread. Then we'll go on to the middle section. So just as we did before, line those up, but push that one out of the way. So we'll push, oh, didn't cut the thread, it's all right. I wondered what that thread was doing there. So let's just trim that. So we're working on the center one now. So push the bottom one back and the top one back, and then just make sure these line up nicely. So I'm just lining that one up, getting that one out of the way. And as I say, it'd be good probably to pin there. There we go. So just a little bit of reverse, a little bit of excess thread there. Just pulling that back. So we want all these edges to line up nicely, like so. And then the last one coming up, which is there, so those two are all done. Then it's just this last one here. So just line those two up, push that out of the way. So all of this looks in the way, but we'll just squidge that down, line that edge up there, and under the machine. I do like to reverse there, as I said, and I'm just pulling that back, just as I say, to keep those edges absolutely aligned. And then I'm going to trim all those threads off now, because they will be a little bit irritating. Okay, so one thread just there. We've got some near the top, haven't we? So I think we'll do that one, and this one, and there's another bit there. Oh, that's from when I did all the joining them together, isn't it? So do that one. Bit of threads there. Okay, let's see. A little bit there. Nope. A little bit there. Okay, so we have all of our pockets joined together, and actually we have got a pocket there, a pocket here, and a pocket there. So mine is just a 3 pocket with, oh no, it has got 4 actually. Oops, look at those bits there. Let's just get those out of the way. So there we are. So you've got a little secret pocket, if you like, in, oh, I see a bit here. Oh, all along this top edge. So this is where, that's where all my quilting was. So just clip those off. That's it, they've gone now. Okay. So all my pockets, 1, 2, and this is a little pocket, if you want it to be, where we did there, where we joined the strips together. Okay, and here, because I did it a different way, you've got 2 pockets within this back one, and then the little flap is going to come over like so. So poppers, snap fasteners, cam snaps. What we have, or every time I'm going to have a black one, these little, let's just have a look so that you can see them there. So you need, every time you're doing a snap fastening, you need 2 like that, you need an innie, and you need an outie. Let's see, find an outie. Typical, that just jumped out of my way. Oh, there was one. Okay, so I don't know how, I'm just seeing if I can do it really close here. But this one here is the outie. So let me just hang it on. So you can see that that's got a bit sticking out there. And then this one is the innie. Oh, don't know how the focus is very good there. So that one's your innie, that's your outie, and then you've got 2 of these, which are like the button pieces with a little pokey bit. And so the one set is those two and one set is those two. Now the first thing you need to do is find the center of the flap. So what I like to do, if I fold it in half, and then you know the center is going to be on that fold there. So if you have a Japanese screw punch, they are really good, but I'm instead going to just use a seam ripper, just make the tiniest of holes. And you need one of the button type ones to start off with. So there is your button with the pokey out bit, with the sticky out bit, and all you do is push that through. So I've pushed that into that side, and then on the other side I like to have the outie, so that bit sits on the top on the wrong side. So with your pliers here, let's see if I can just hold that down. That's it. So your pliers, these are prim pliers, have got a little cup on one side, and the button one fits in there, so it just sits beautifully, and the pointy bit is sticking up from there. On the other side here is like a little silicone piece, like a jelly piece, and it's firm, but it's got a bit of squidge to it, because right in the middle there's a metal bit, and it's that metal bit which squidges down that pointed bit of plastic. And because it's sticking through the hole in one of these pieces, well, you can't see that, the hole in one of those, it squashes that pointy bit and blocks the hole which holds it together. So I tend to hold the pieces together with my thumb and finger. So I'm holding the back piece and I'm holding that, and then I get my pliers and I make sure that the cup part there goes onto the cup, onto that one, and I've still got my thumb underneath here holding the other part on this side. So then, whoops, let's flick it that way, then I can just lower the gel piece and then I squeeze. So I squeeze 1, 2, I usually give it 3, okay, like so. And what that's done, that's squashed that inside, and now that is totally fixed. What I would say, if you find it hard to squeeze and squeeze, dexterity problems, it happens to all of us, what you can do is put it down on a hard surface, not your extension table or anything, but onto a table, and then just press and press, so that you're only pressing down with one hand. Right, so the next thing, we're going to flap this over. I'm not going to flap it as far as it will go, purely because it's quite a distance there to be able to do it. So, and when it's full, you'll want it to be a little bit, I might put some things in there. So I'm going to have it to about there. So I pop it onto there like that, and then I just lift it up, and where that black piece is showing, I put a pin just there, because I know that's where it's going to meet the other part. So with that, I then get my seam ripper, and I'll take the pin out, and I do a little hole in there. Now on this part, you're going to want to see that little bit on there, not this bit. This bit needs to go on the inside. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put this button on the inside, making sure I remember where my little hole is here. Oops, have I got it? Nearly. There it is. So if you can see, there we are. I've managed to just there poke it through. So on the inside here, the button is in there, and there is that little pokey out bit popping through. So now I'm going to put this the innie bit onto that point, okay, and again holding it with my thumb and my finger is inside. Then very carefully I'm going to put the cup part onto the inside. So as soon as I can get, that's it. So the button is in that cup and that's well and truly held, but I've got my finger on the other part. So then I am going to lower that down and take my finger out, because you don't want to press your finger in there, and just make sure that's nicely centered on there. And then again, 1 squeeze, 2, and 1 for good luck is 3. So that is now squashed onto there. You can give it a pull, because believe you me, it is so hard to get one off once it is secured. So then I'm going to press that together, and there it is. So it is all finished now. So, oops, what have I done there? Oh, that's better. Okay, we are still here. Oh, so there we are. So, this material has just about gone. I may have a little bit. Not on the website though, Pat. I very rarely get much on the website these days. But the snaps are great. Yes, they are. I use snaps, if you remember, on this one. There's a snap on there as well. So useful, Caroline. Yeah. I love using them. I sometimes feel just a little bit lazy using cam snaps, but I have used them on the back of a little girl's dress. Is the fabric and the fusible fleece cut? Yes, absolutely. Cut to the same size. So all I had here was 8 pieces of fabric, 10 by 5, which in itself is 4 layers from a layer cake. Oh, there's some questions. Okay, let's see what the questions are. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Let's see how far I can scroll back. I can see Christmas presents coming along. Yep, so many years of ask again when the camera comes up. No, that's right. I can't read even the phone when I'm doing this as well. How do you scale up those little rectangles if you want to make it larger? Right, Sonia, I would. If you want to make it larger, if you want to make it wider, I would just, it just depends what size your pockets are, because you need it to be double the size of your pockets. So if you wanted this to be 6 across by 4 down, so this finished one here, I would do, you want it 6 across, so you cut your piece of fabric 6 by 4 down, twice of that, 8. So 6 across by 8, because when you fold it up, it will be 6 by 4. If you want it to be, say you want it to be 5 inches, you want the same width, but you want it longer. Say you want it to be 10 inches long, then you need to cut 20 inches long, because each piece is going to fold up in half, basically. So each of those pieces that I stitched, because it goes all the way round, is twice. That was 10 inches, and that's now 5 inches down there, approximately. Okay. So, was there one before that? 10 inches by 5 inches, absolutely right. Which is why we were talking about using a layer cake, because if you cut one layer, which is a 10-inch square, in half once, you will actually get your two pieces you need. Okay, let's see what other questions there might be. There's the Christmas presents. My ear's getting on my nerves now. Is it the thread cutter that's making the beeping noise? Yeah, I think it is, Catherine. Yes, it sort of goes or something like that. You have got to try this pouch. It is nice and easy. Yes, and it works from the knee lift as does the press foot. So now this one, I press a button to cut the thread. When I'm working on the Juki, I can cut the thread with my foot pedal. So yeah, but this one I press a button and it cuts the threads. Yes, acrylic templates, absolutely, Karen. Put them on, put them all in there. After the roly-poly part. Oh, Catherine, use your knee lift. It's wonderful. It just saves you. I mean, tonight I was actually lifting the presser foot with my hand, but more often than not, I use my knee to lift the presser foot. It is just amazing. Once you get used to it, you won't ever want to go back. What would the largest size item fit in the pocket, please? Well, as I say, it's turned out so it's 4.5. It's about 4.5 inches square. That pocket. So anything that's just over 4 inches, but size it up by all means. I'd love to see lots of pictures of all your scaled up pockets, and some with lots of pockets would be really lovely. Yes. Mary's made some of those. You put credit and card. Yes, good idea. Tea bags. Yep. Alexa forgot, Barbara. Oh, Alexa. Are your batteries running out, Alexa? Okay. I do love mine. Actually, could be wrong. The thread cutter could be on the foot pedal. I think she presses with that heel. Yeah, that's on my Juki. The knee lift is on both for the presser foot. Absolutely. You made a longer one for your scissors. Yeah, great idea. Excuse me. You could have rotary cutter, scissors. You could, and you know, all your rulers. Just see whatever. Just measure the item that you want to pop in there. Oh, I think that was the delivery man had come. Yeah, see what size items you want, and then do it accordingly. So the width will be the same, but whatever length you want your pocket to be, just double your fabric length, and then it will work. You don't have two sections at the back, so mine must be... Yeah, Mary, I'll tell you the truth. Mine, I made it up, this one, just now, because when I looked at the one I've done previously, I remembered I did it differently. So I'll show you a different way as well from this one. But it just shows that whatever you're doing, it doesn't really matter. I was in such a hurry. I think Trisha said it was a Brother V7. Yes, it is. I tell you what, though, with the V7, this one, for me, it is the best needle threader out. It is just amazing. Shall I quickly show you before I go how the V7 threads the needle? I'm going to bring this right down because none of my other machines do it like this at all. So, right, whoops. See if you can see that like that. So I'll lift the presser foot. I'll pull my thread down. You see that there? Tuck it behind there. The thread goes in here. So I'm just going to tuck it behind there. Nope, hasn't got with this hand. Tuck it behind. And then let's just put the foot down. Okay, so I've got my thread. The thread just goes down and across here. And then I've got a button I press up here. Watch this now. Isn't that brilliant? And then all I do is I just pull the thread and my needle's threaded. I think that is the best needle threader. Totally, that is really an automatic thread cutter. Certifies allowed for seams. I'd like to think some others will do it like that, or why they don't. They will in the future, I'm sure. Sort of 5 inches, so low screws are probably, yeah, 4-inch square object, absolutely. V7. No, we saw that, didn't we? Gosh, lots and lots of comments. Right, go back, I have. Oh, yes, so I've scaled up the rectangles. We could do one of these at Sewing Club next week if you'd like to. Cute and easy storage, excellent. Bigger than I've made before, but yeah, you do whatever size you like. So if you're doing a much smaller one, don't bother with wadding. G700, the interfacing, would be very good to give it a bit of body, but great. What about the measurements we mark inside when you scale up? Yeah, just what would I say? With mine, because I started off basically as a 5-inch square roughly, which is why I went in a quarter of the measurement at each side. So if it were 10, a quarter of 10 would be 2.5. I'd go in 2.5 at each side, and then I'd go halfway down the length of it. So if it were 10 inches long, I would go 5 inches down. So think about having half of it from the edges, half in the middle, and then from top to bottom, stitch down halfway down. It just gives a good hold to it. You could do a smaller bit at the top, but the bottom of your pockets would be flappier, if you like. But it just makes it sit quite nicely and nice and firm. So I hope that helps. Oh, thank you, Jeeta. Lovely. Okay, so I think you are all popping off now. And as my takeaway dinner, I hope it's lasagna. I'm going to love you and leave you now. What I would say, why not use a hairband and button? You could do that, Maria. We need to touch on buttonholes because I don't think we use them enough at all. So, have a lovely weekend. It's nearly here. Have a little drink, have a little glass of wine tonight just to get you into the weekend. Thank you for joining me all of this week. I know I've been a little bit husky and my hearing's not particularly wonderful today, but I've thoroughly enjoyed your company. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you back next week. And if you're in the group, it's the new bag on Tuesday. It's in my head. I have yet to make it, and I'm going to use a lovely fabric. But I should be back on Tuesday in the group at 6:30, and then back next Thursday and Friday on this page at 6:30 as well. So take care of yourselves. Have a lovely evening and weekend to come, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now.